Hello. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome in, everyone. Listen, my name is Taria Avant, and I am going to be your MC today for the Finding Joy conference as well as book launch. I'm so thrilled, so excited to have you guys here. I see we have a lot of people who are joining in on the conference stage. So let me just shout out a few people. We have Lindsay here, Darlene here, Roseanne here, Shanice, Alicia, Carmen. And so if you guys can see what I'm typing in the chat, you guys want to make sure that you go ahead and shout yourself out if you are watching from the actual live link. Now, the reason why you want to be watching from the live link is I'm going to tell you in a minute, but this gives you a chance to win. If you are watching on any of the social media platforms that we're streaming to, guys, we want to encourage you, go to childcarejourneybook.com. childcarejourneybook.com. Register right now because you guys are going to get a chance to win. And just by simply joining us on the actual conference link page, you guys will also get an opportunity to actually walk away with a gift just for being there live. So we're super excited to have each and every one of you guys here. Listen, as the MC, I figure, I might as well tell you a little bit about just the incredible woman behind this plan, and you guys will get a chance to see her in a few. But she goes by the name of Dr. Deshonda Jennings. And Dr. Deshonda, I've been knowing her for over, maybe close to 15 years. It's been a minute. I've been knowing her for a minute, and one of the things that she's always has passion for, of course, is working with children, right? Starting her own home daycare business, building it to multiple six figures, but also she has always had a passion for helping other individuals to succeed in business as well, which is why she put together this incredible collaborative book. And so you guys today are going to get a chance to meet some of our amazing authors that joined the Finding Joy in Your Journey as an early care educator. I got to say it right. Early care educator. You guys are going to get a chance to meet some of the amazing authors, but also you're going to hear from some of our keynote speakers as well. And so let me just make sure I stay on time, chat. I don't want to go over time because time is of the essence. Okay, perfect. I am perfectly on time. Now, what I will tell you is this: if you are watching on any of the platforms, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, what else we've had streaming too? I think that's it. Make sure, guys, join us in the actual conference link, okay? So you want to go to the link that you see right here, it's kind of like over there, down there. childcarejourneybook.com. Register because I am going to be posting a link in a minute where you are going to be able to enter to win some of our amazing giveaways just for simply showing up. Well, listen, I'm excited because I'm going to get ready to bring on our keynote speaker, but just let me make sure I get her framed up right, okay? Because this young lady is about to bring the stage down, okay? Bring the stage down. That's what she's going to do. So hold on, let me just make sure I get it right. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Replace. Not there we go. Okay, there we go. And I think I got it good. Okay, let me see. Just this one. Just this one. Okay, perfect. And so yes, let me just go ahead and read her professional intro, her bio. Okay. And so, ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Inga Nicole, a dynamic entrepreneur, mentor, and CEO of Maximus Financial Group. Through her work, she has empowered thousands of entrepreneurs, especially minority women, to access grants, business funding, and growth opportunities. A survivor, visionary leader, and recipient of the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award, Inga is committed to creating lasting community impact, inspiring others to rise, rebuild, and lead. Ladies and gentlemen, let me go ahead and bring on the round of applause for Inga Nicole. Let's give it up.
Listen, I'm so excited. I'm doing all the things that the girls do, the kids do, all these things, all of it. And so here we are. What an honor it is to be before you first, guys. I don't often get this opportunity to be first, like bring the heat. And so I'm tasked with the duty to kick this thing off. And Dr. DeShonda is my sister, my friend. I'm so excited. I'm so proud of her for everything that she has been doing and everything that you guys are doing together. And it's Sunday. Finding joy is a perfect topic on a Sunday. And right now, what I really want to do, I want to talk to you, if I may, about daring to be bold and living your biggest dream. Can you do that? I want you to dare to be bold and live your biggest dream. And so like Coach Taria said, I work with women 45 and over who are recreating their best life. We've been through some things. You're up at 2 o'clock in the morning. You are waiting for just your time. You've done it all for everybody else. But what about me? Like, I am working, I am grinding, I give it up. Every time I get it, where am I supposed to be? Right. And so we're looking for that something that's still inside of us, and we have all the tools, we have all the knowledge, we have all the background, and sometimes even all the money to make it happen, but yet and still something is it's not right. It's that gift that's waiting for you. And so today, if I could ask for anything, every single speaker, every panel, every ounce of energy that you have, I want you to put into the next hour or so, however long we're going to be here. But this is your night. This is the night where you're going to find your joy. This is the night where you're going to reignite your purpose. This is the night where you're going to find out that the money for your purpose is right before you, whether you have it or not. I will be able to share with you at another time, but to let you know, at least right now, that the money for your dream is available, and you don't have to spend every dollar that you have, but we can do this together. But it's your purpose. And what I want you to do right now is close your eyes, right? And I want you to know that God said greater. All things can be given to you because God said greater. And so if you're a believer like me, or if you are of some faith, we all have something higher than ourselves to keep us going, to allow us to manifest into the greatest days of our life. And so for one moment, I want you to close your eyes. Now, if you're driving, don't do that. But you know what I mean? Just get in a moment with me. I want you to think about your life, where it is right now and where it absolutely could be. I want you to think about how hard you've been working. I want you to think about the dreams that you had when you started this thing. Whether your life is absolutely incredible or is a little heavy right now, I want you to remember what gave you the ammunition, what gave you the heart and the courage to start. And I want you to remember that God said greater, that there's nothing in your way, that you can believe every single thing that you knew to be true for you if you lock in, not just now, but for the next 12 months. You got this. And so I want you to tell yourself every single thing that you promised it could be. If in the next year, I'm not even going to take you 5 years, because life is not promised at the rate that we're going right now. But in the next year, if you knew that all you had to do was lock in on yourself, if you knew that all you had to do was believe in your dreams, I want you to tell yourself right now, what does that dream look like? I want you to think that money is no object, that God is the biggest God of all things, like he is greater and bigger than all things, that he continues to tell us that we can have it. My favorite scripture: eyes have not seen, nor have ears heard, nor has it entered into the hearts of man what God for those who love him. And if you know that you have an idea in your heart and God said greater, and you can't see it, and you can't touch it, and all you got to do is believe it, and even when it happens it's going to be bigger than you could ever imagine, then I want you to know that you are in the right place at the right time. And the only thing that you have to do, in addition to the work that you're doing, is believe that it's possible for you. But you got to see it. And so when you close your eyes, whether it's now or tonight before you go to bed, or even on the replay, I want you to remember that anything that you believe is possible. Everything that you say is possible, both good and bad. But I want you to get a hold of that vision that you have inside of your mind, and I want you to see what it looks like at the end. When I write a business plan with someone, I always have them tell me what it looks like at the end. When I walk into your daycare, right? You have 5 kids or 100. Are you overnight? Are you all day? Are you before or after school? What does the end dream look like? When you open the door, when you walk in, what does it smell like? Outside of business, what's your body looking like? Is your body tea? Is that what they say? Is your body tea, or are you working on some things, right? How are you feeling? What is your health like? Like, are you feeling amazing when you wake up in your mental health? Or do you have some residual thoughts of yesterday that you can't let go of? Are we driving a car, an automobile, a skateboard? But what are we doing? What is my dream car? And what I want you to do is just visualize your life in the way that it could be. If you can take the time to visualize your life in the way that it could be, and if you could believe this inside your heart, nothing is going to be able to stop you from all that you are meant to achieve, right? And so I want you just to imagine that all things are well and everything that you want is right here before you. I put up a post today. When life is getting hard on us, right? I'm going after my biggest dream right now. My biggest dream right now, guys, is state senate for the state of Virginia. And as I'm going after my dream, when I say everything that can go wrong is going wrong, everything that could come upon me is coming upon me. And if I'm not the only one, when you are pushing towards your dream, I want you to say that it happens. Life happens. In the chat, you can say it out loud, whatever you want to do, but life happens when you're going after a certain goal. And a scripture that came to me, and I tell y'all what, I don't even know where it came from today, but I imagine myself walking up the state capitol, right? Walking in to get some paperwork that I need to announce this election. And I was reminded of a scripture, and I'll share with you in our when we conversate in our story or later. But the scripture was about Lot and his wife, and God said, "Don't look back." Right? Go forward. Don't look back. If you look back, you will turn to a pillar of salt. And if you know where I'm going with this story, then you're going to know. And if you don't know, I want you to look it up. The pillar of salt, Lot and the pillar of salt. But when I realized that I can't look back, because if I look back in the Bible, when she looked back, Lot's wife turned to stone. Right? And what did that mean to me? That meant that if I look back, I'm going to stop in my tracks. If I look back, I'm going the wrong way. If I look back, I'm not getting towards my goal because I'm stuck in the things that are holding me back. I can only look forward. I can only remember that God said greater, and greater is he that's inside of me. And so I'm excited right now to know that all of the things that we're about to accomplish tonight, the other speakers that we're going to hear, the book release, and all of everything is finding our joy, finding our purpose, having our peace, and knowing that God said greater and we're not going to look back. If you are a woman, right, 45 and over, I work with all people, but I especially work with women who have overcome some tremendous things in their life. For me, it's 20 years of domestic violence. I couldn't find my way out. I didn't know how to get out. I was trying, and I just could not figure it out. And I realized that I was mentally trapped in that. But I never allowed the domestic violence to hold me back in my life. And so if you are a woman right now and you know that there's something in your life that continues to hold you back, I want to make sure that you and I continue to talk, that we work together, and that we understand the signs of the things that are holding us back, and that we continue to lock in on our greatness. But when I think about trying to escape domestic violence and not knowing what to do, the few things that I did do, I silenced my mind. I stopped asking for advice from other people. Other people's advice is going to give you other people's life. I stopped looking for answers outside of myself. But the one thing that I did do was step outside of myself. When you find that you're looking for your joy and you're searching for your purpose and great things are happening, yet you're feeling stuck, it is time to look outside of your life. It is time to step away. You might go to the spa, go to a friend's, go to your sister's, check in a hotel, go on a quiet drive in your car. But the only way to see what's happening in our life is by looking outside, back inside. Right? Because when you're in it, you don't know, you can't feel it, you don't understand. It is frustrating. And you seeing it from the outside looking in, it looks so different. The other thing that I did after I stepped outside of myself was I started to pray. I pray if I write a note, if I said a prayer on my knees, if I say a prayer in the shower, but I started to pray. One of the things that the Bible says is these things, right? These things can only be lifted from you through prayer and fasting. And I'm nobody's preacher, right? But it is Sunday. And it is just a certain way of a Sunday that things can happen to you. But these things can only be lifted from you through prayer and fasting. So when you step outside of yourself and look at your situation, when you start to pray, sometimes the road doesn't clear, but we remember that God said greater. Prayer and fasting, it really clears your mind. It really clears your body. It allows you to become a whole person. It allows you to purge the sickness out of our body, to purge maybe even some of the junk food and the things that we need to get out of our body. But fasting clears your mind in a way, and it allows God to come into your life in a cleaner way so that you can hear. One of the things that I can guarantee you, and again, I'm no preacher, right? But one of the things that I can guarantee you is if you ever tried it, if you don't know how to do it, you can ask someone, ask your pastor, ask a mentor, you could YouTube how to pray, okay? But or how to fast. But when you fast, when I tell you that you're going to get a peace that surpasses all understanding, and you're going to get clarity in your mind, and the answer, the reason, the direction that you're looking for is going to come to you in like a thief in the night. And it's going to be so swift in a matter of hours. In a matter of hours, my mother-in-law calls it turning down your plate. Turning down your plate is going to turn you into something that you don't even recognize. Just that simple thing of not having food inside of your body. That's the way that I was able to get out of some of my darkest places. The next thing I started to do was I made a plan. I wrote a plan for my life every single day, y'all. And I wish I had it near me. I have a book. Every morning I write a note to God. Hey, God, this is what we're doing today. And I ask for you to cover me. I write the vision and I make it plain every single day. I don't miss a day without doing that because it gives me direction of my day. If I get off track, I could go back to what I wrote, what I promised myself. The last thing that I'll tell you that we have to do is we are women. And we are some gifted. Say I'm talented in the chat. Say I'm talented, or you can say I'm gifted. Yeah, I'm gifted, right? I have never met a woman, a business owner, a hustler, or a go-getter that was not gifted, that could not do all things well. I mean, all things well. And one of the things that I have learned, right, I've come to learn and come to practice is that, yes, we are a jack of all trades, but a jack of all trades is a master of none. Find your lane. While you're seeking that purpose, you're going to find your lane because your gift, right? Your pain is tied to the thing that will make you great. Your testimony is for other people. Your test, right, is the testimony for you to share to heal other people. And when I tell you that trying to do all the things that we are so amazing at is such a distraction. And in this season, ladies, right? Tell me in this season, in the chat, say in this season, we are more single-minded than all over the place. When I locked in on those things, prayer, fasting, writing, my lane, my whole world changed. My whole entire world changed completely. I've never looked back. You guys, I will share with you as I'm closing is that I am on literally right now, today, the last 2 days, because of all of the things that I'm sharing, believing what God said, knowing that it's greater for me. Prayer, fasting, working through the middle, not giving up, seeing the end. Because if I live in today and I see the chaos of my life today, I'm not going anywhere. But if I keep dusting my eyes off, wiping myself up, primping myself up, moving forward, it's happening. Today, you guys, all things that I have ever worked for. And I cannot wait for the day that you're saying this as well. You will come to the day that you're saying this as well. All things that you have been through, they will come together. All things that you have been through are working for your greater good. All things that you push through are making you absolutely incredible, amazing, outstanding, and all the things that God said that you are. You are blessed and highly favored. This weekend, you guys, I was supposed to be in Tampa, Florida at a birthday party, 4-day birthday party that I knew about for over a year. And the biggest opportunity of my life came before me as I was walking out the door. And I had a decision to make. When that decision, that this was yesterday, when that opportunity came to me, right? I had to, the Uber was outside. My bag was packed. My flight was in my hand. And the email came across and I had to make a decision. And that decision led me to what is happening right now. And I can't wait to share you. It will be like literally revealed in a major way. But when I tell you that all things that I have been through, all things that I have worked through, all things that I have suffered through have literally come to pass. And I am sitting in front of one of the greatest moments in my life. And when I think about the things that I let go of, the things that I try to avoid, the greatness in my life, the purpose that I have, the time that I didn't get to share that I've even spent in federal prison rebuilding my life, it is all coming back full circle. And right now is the moment. I'll even say this. In the next 2 days, I will be having a decision from the Virginia Attorney General. And it's not even for something that I was trying to do for myself, but it is for a gift that God brought to me in a mighty way to be appointed for a position that only Inga can do. And only reason that Inga can do it is because, and I have chills right now. The only reason that Inga can do it is because of the test. It's because of the time. It is because of the great sacrifice. And it's because of me wanting to find my joy. And so I leave you with, if you don't do anything else for this next couple of hours that we are together, take notes, remember what you want, write down and see the vision. And I've been in places where people have such tremendous, heavy lives that they can't even see a happy moment. If you just got to blink twice to see that happy moment, I want you to use this time to find your joy and learn from everybody that you can. Write notes. If you drift off into your dream, drift off, but come back and get the information, because you are in the right place at the right time, the right woman and community. And I know that's right. Clearly, I've been to church today. And so I am going to give the floor back to our illustrious host, Coach Taria Vision Avant. And I'm just excited for what tonight is going to bring. I am sticking around and I'm going to hang around. And I want to put some fire in the chat right now if you are going to find your joy tonight and stick to it and allow God to direct your path and your steps, and never let what you're going through take over your life, because God said greater. If you want to hang out with me more, I want you to go to getgrantsdaily.com. That is getgrantdaily.com. I have an amazing gift for you, and it is 5 steps or 5 signs that you know that you are sitting on your greatest act. Getgrantsdaily.com. You can get it there free for you tonight. And I just am so excited about what's about to happen. And so let me get my water and my notebook so we can do this thing together. And I will talk to you guys on the other side of your joy.
Finding quality homeschool resources shouldn't feel overwhelming. I'm Dr. Tina J. Ramsey, founder of CTR Homeschooling. We connect homeschooling families with trusted educational resources, expert guidance, and a community of over 30,000 homeschool parents and educators. Are you an educational provider struggling to reach homeschool families? CTR Homeschooling helps you increase your visibility by connecting your programs, curriculum, events, and services with our community of over 30,000 homeschool parents and educators. Let's grow together.
Uncover uncover the secret to running a successful family childcare business with Deshonda Jennings. Her unique approach intertwines early childhood education with faith and compassion, creating a nurturing environment for our future leaders. Deshonda doesn't just stop there. She's also empowering fellow providers through her innovative childcare coaching methods. Featured in influential outlets like Soigné and Swank, We Empower, and more, her impact is widely recognized. So, if you are an aspiring childcare provider seeking to learn how to build a successful business, make sure that you reach out to Deshonda today. Go to her free resource, 10mistakes-to-avoid.com, where you can download her ebook that's going to teach you the mistakes that people typically make when starting a childcare business. Again, 10mistakes-to-avoid.com. We will see you there.
So I am sitting here minding my business, my child care business, of course. I own Kids Cabin in North Carolina. We are a family child care home. And not only do we support our children, but we support women all around. And that is why I created journals and planners here to help us crush our goals, help with our finances, and help with self-care. Join me in this at www.terrywhitworth.com.
You and your little one navigating separation anxiety, learning to build confidence, and discovering the importance of kindness and friendship? Hi, I'm Roseanne Hinch. For 3 decades, I've owned and operated a small childcare business, inspiring me to become an award-winning children's author. My heartwarming books help children feel confident, loved, and ready for new adventures. Check out all of my books available in English and in Spanish. A portion of the proceeds are gifted to benefit Johns Hopkins Children's Center. You can learn more about my journey at authorroseannehinch.com. You can find age-appropriate chores at authorroseannehinch.com. Pick up your copies today, helping little learners grow one story at a time.
Come on now. And a shout out to Inga Nicole, phenomenal. I mean, yes, I could definitely tell you what to church today, but girl, you were preaching. Y'all, come on, drop those emojis, drop those comments, and shout out to everybody who is live in the conference. Again, if you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching on LinkedIn, if you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on any other platform that we might be connected to, you want to go to the link Finding Joy. Hold on, let me make sure I get out the right one. Childcare. See, I was about to say Finding Joy Conference. I keep wanting to call it that. But childcarejourneybook.com. Childcarejourneybook.com, guys, because you get a chance to win literally everybody that's in the chat. Now, I have posted the link a couple times. We've only had a few people to submit their names. So I'm going to post the link again after we have our panel discussion, so you guys get a chance to win. But we're going to go ahead and get ready for that. And then we're going to bring up our first panel. And so, you know, I'm just really excited. Again, drop in the chat. Let us know what you guys took away from that talk. But you know what? Uh-oh. Did y'all hear this? Wait a minute. I don't know if y'all. Hold on. Did y'all hear the doorbell? Who is that at the door? Oh my gosh. Now, don't ask me why I'm tickled. Well, let me tell you what's at the door. It's giveaway time. And so we had a couple of people that actually submitted their names. And guys, we're going to do our very first giveaway. Again, in order to win, there's no cost to this. All you have to do is go to childcarejourneybook.com. And when you do, you'll then get the link to join us in the conference stage, right? Or the conference link. Now, on the conference, once we are done today, we're also going to break out into some networking. You're going to get a chance to connect with people, but you must go to that link, okay? And so let me go ahead, guys, and let's spin for our very first win of today and see who is going to be walking away. So hold on one sec. Let's go ahead and spin. Let's see. Let's see who the winner is of this $25 Amazon gift card. Dr. Maeva, congratulations. Congratulations. And this is a $25 gift card courtesy of Roseanne Hitch, who's actually speaking on today. Roseanne Hitch is speaking, and she's on this very first panel, y'all. So I'm excited about that. Y'all make sure you stay plugged in. But listen, let me go ahead and just prepare you guys, because I now want to properly introduce our lady behind the plan, the woman behind the plan, the woman with the idea to put this incredible project together and conference. You guys, she has been working in the childcare space now for a very long time. And as I told you guys at the beginning, not only has she been able to build her very own high six-figure, super successful business working with some of our most amazing people in the world, and that's children, right? But she's also teaching other entrepreneurs that want to be able to launch their own businesses in this space how to do the thing. And with that, she's created several opportunities, one of these being this collaboration book. And so instead of me kind of like giving all the intro, I'm actually going to play a quick introduction video, and then we are going to bring on Dr. DeShonda Jennings. And so let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. DeShonda Jennings.
All right, here we go. Can you hear me good? All right, awesome. First, y'all, I want to say thank you everybody that's here tonight. We're going to go ahead and hop into the panel. But first, I got to shout out our amazing MC, Terrell Vision Avon. Thank you so much. And shout out to our very first keynote, Inga Nicole, y'all. She dropped some nuggets. So if you didn't take notes, first she said to pray, to fast, and she also told y'all to journal. So make sure if you're just joining us now, go back and watch the replay. But it's not about me just yet. So let's hop into this panel. Let's go ahead and bring up our first panel. All right. And I'm just going to go in order that I see y'all on this stage. First of all, let's just have fun. This is nothing formal. We just want to be real people tonight. Is that okay? All right. So my first question for the panel, I'm going to start with Dr. Tina because I see you first. So Dr. Tina, can you introduce yourself in about 30 to 60 seconds? Tell us what you do when it relates to children and child care educators or parents.
So what I do is help parents and children communicate. So I'm the bridge with the gap. So I connect the parents to help them de-stress the homeschooling process. That's why I developed CTR homeschooling so that it can help them be better to homeschool with clarity, courage, and confidence. So I absolutely love children and helping them be able to break down those communicational barriers in order to thrive.
Now I got one more question before you go, Dr. Tina. Then we're gonna move to our next author. So, what made you say yes to being a part of this project?
Well, of course, because it was you, number one. And number two, I really wanted to be a part of a collaboration book with other people that have the same passion for families and children that I do. And when I saw what you were doing, I just said, and I saw some of the people I didn't know, and I was like, okay, I need to get on this book and be able to share my part of the journey. And I'm just honored to be here with everybody.
Thank you for your yes. And next, I'm gonna move over to Shanice. Now, Shanice, you're gonna have a two-part question. My first part is I want you to introduce yourself and tell the audience exactly what is it that you do when it's related to children. I know you're also a coach as well, so tell the people about that.
Good evening. Can you guys hear me clear? All right. As you say, my name is Shanice Williams, also Coach Shay. I have my very own coaching and consulting business where I do work with teachers. Um, it's not to go deep in that, but what I do for children, is that the question? I want to make sure I answered it right. Okay. What I do for children is first I get their teacher right, right. My biggest play, I'm not in the classroom anymore, so that kind of took away from a limit where I only could deal with their hand. But being out of the classroom, I get to help teachers become effective. I get to help teachers become great at who they are. I get to help them to understand their why and understand their passions and help them with strategies and different techniques to help them fulfill to give the children a great outcome. Even with my poor experience, reset and helping teachers to reset and reconnect with themselves so that they can unlock what's been locked up. Because a lot of times we not burnt out, we just got some things locked up. So um, I think one of my greatest assets is coming out. I miss the classroom. I really do. I really do. I love my children, but being out that classroom to help more teachers to become effective, I think that is a great asset of how I can, from the backside or the side, help children get the best outcome they need.
And don't tell them everything, because they're gonna have to get the book to find out all the things that you
That's
do.
right. That's
So,
right.
before we move on to Terry, but I want to ask you one more question really quick. Like, what inspired you to say, you know what, I want to be a part of this project?
One of my biggest inspiration is coming to the conference last year. Being among yourself, Dr. D, I always call it Dr. D, Dr. Shonda, being under Dr. D and the other great, phenomenal keynote speakers that was there, watching y'all was very inspiring. Um, Getting y'all book that y'all did a collaboration book about, um, reading about it, even hearing about the awesome things that y'all do for the education field and for people. And I'm like, hey, that's my goal. That's what I want to do. I want to be more like them. I want to, have I want to have a piece of that because I too know that I have something great that I can share as well. So when the opportunity came, and I was a little stand, I was like, man, I don't know, because this ain't that. And talking with one of the other awesome ladies that I met there, Tony, and we were just talking. We was encouraging ourselves, man. This is a great opportunity because this would not only just be given to people that we know per se, but there's a many of us that's connected that someone from over there in Alaska, whatever, will get to read the piece of how I'm making an impact as well. So I was like, this is a one-time life opportunity. And listen, a great woman is hosting it. I cannot not miss this investment. So that's what
So
it
I'm
is.
going to say thank you for seeing the vision, and thank you for pushing past that fear, because I think that's what our first keynote talking about, how sometimes we can be looking back and
Yes.
things want to stop us. But thank you for participating. Now, these last two ladies is like so dear to my heart. So all y'all are my heart, but they do what I do on an everyday basis. So I'm gonna start with Miss Terry. So Terry, if you can introduce yourself in about 30 to 60 seconds and just tell the audience exactly what is it that you do.
Sure. I have a family child care home in North Carolina. Every day, I teach my students. I teach them routines and different things to get them ready for kindergarten. So when they start kindergarten, they will be ready. I make sure that they know when they walk in the door, what they're doing. and I want to make sure they feel confident in starting school.
Okay, thank you for that. And I said that because this is a perfect example of collaboration. When we say we can collaborate and not compete, I run a childcare home. She run a childcare home. So thank you for sharing, Miss Rose Ann. Up, hold up, Miss Terry. What made you say yes? What inspired you to be a part of this?
Well, I wanted my story to help someone else out, especially other family child care providers, because we have a lot on us. We do everything. Most of us don't have anyone helping us. So I wanted to share that story to give them some confidence and actually to help them too along the way.
Now, Miss Rose Ann, in about 30 to 60 seconds, introduce yourself, tell the people exactly what it is that you do.
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Roseanne Hinch. I've been running my own small childcare business out of my home. I'm coming up on 31 years. After 31 years, I'm still passionate about it. I love to get children about 12 weeks and keep them into their age 5. So we get to know the families, the grandparents, the aunts, the uncles, the cousins. We get to know everything about this child. And just recently, I become an award-winning children's author. And I just wrote a graduation book. I'm able to gift the child, being their first teacher going into kindergarten. And so the author business and the childcare business are together as one. And I didn't know that I was networking for 30 years. And that's why I'm becoming so successful with my books, is because of all the work I've put in all of those years.
Thank you so much for the service to the kids and the families. Listen, y'all, we don't want to run out of time, so y'all gonna just have to come to the conference in September to hear the rest of the story. So let me move on to my next question. I would start with Shanice, Coach Shay. We're gonna start with you this time. So looking at today versus then, if you could sit down with yourself today as an early care educator. She didn't even tell y'all she a music artist and all those things, but I'm gonna go ahead. She playing small on this panel tonight. But if you could sit down with yourself on your very first day when you were in the classroom, what would you say to yourself and why?
I have to look back several things, but one main thing I would tell myself is don't be afraid to be you. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to be you and do it how you do it. And I say that because as educators, when you're in the classroom, especially when it's your first time and you're getting the manual, I call it the manual of what has to be done and how it has to be done, or you're getting this thing and you want to be perfect and you want to try to do it this way and that way. But it wasn't until my later years in the classroom where I unlocked myself, and my classroom had a great outcome because I was doing what was supposed to be done, but I was doing it in an effective way that I knew how to reach my children in the classroom. And it helped me to, get that better outcome, knowing that when the kids left out my classroom, they got what they needed. And I built that rapport and relationship where to this day, I'm still connected to maybe the third year, from the third year on down, at least about 10 kids out of each of my classroom, I'm still connected to them. So I made that great impact and I built that rapport relationship.
Thank you for sharing. Somebody out there, they need to hear that because somebody's starting their very first day, whether it's in a center or a family day home, they need to hear that piece right there. Now, Dr. Tina, I'm going to ask you a similar question because I know that you started out with homeschooling. So, all the things based on what you do today, would you tell that OU something different moving forward?
Well, actually, I started out with my children in public school and I later transitioned to homeschool. So I have a little bit of both. Uh, for me, being an educator in the public school system as a behavior specialist and then transition to homeschool, I was afraid and I felt like, can I really do this? Even though I was in the classroom for all those years, I felt like, how could I do it? And so, for any parent that is contemplating homeschooling their children, and you can have the degree or not have the degree, and you can have experience and have multiple kids, but you still feel inadequate. And I want you to know that you can do it. If I knew what I know now, that leaving the classroom was the hardest thing I ever had to do because I'm very attached to the children and the families that I help. But had I known then what I know now, that it would have opened me up from maybe 100 to 200 students to 30,000 families, I would say tell myself just trust the course and lean on God, and He will give you what you need to do. And you are equipped to homeschool your children with clarity, courage, and confidence. And you'll be able to do it at the end of the day. So, and I'm so happy that I'm able to help other parents do the exact same thing, drop the fear, and be able to do it the way that they need to do it in order to have their success for their children and their family.
Thank you, Dr. Tina. And let's move on over to Roseanne. If you could sit down with yourself on your very first day in this home-based childcare business, what would you say to yourself?
On my very first day, I'd probably say to myself, what am I doing here? What am I doing? I don't know where I'm going. I have no idea what I'm doing. And after 30 years, I'm still learning. We're still learning every day. Yeah, the parenting skills change, everything changes. But on my first day, I hung in there. And at the end of the day, I took a big breath and I would just say, hang in there because good things are to come. You learn, you evolve, you work smarter, not harder. And that's why I'm so passionate about it after all these years, because I am working smarter and not harder. And I just love it. I can't imagine doing anything else.
And that's good. I can't wait till the people network with you because they need to know exactly how you doing it. When she told me, and I'm not even going to tell it here because that's what it's not about, connect with her at the end of this conference and find out how she's been doing this for all those years and her schedule. And she's still serving families. When I heard about that, she inspired me. So Terry, before we move on, I'm going to ask you, what was the most meaningful part when you wrote your chapter that you didn't realize until you started writing it?
I realized how important our journey is. I mean, it really touched home for me. I mean, during this process, my dad passed away, and it's so important to enjoy each day because we only have one life. And it just really, really got to me because this journey is so important. And I want us all to enjoy it one day at a time. And I'm so glad that he was able to give me the tools and other people along the way to help me out to enjoy the journey.
I'm so sorry about your dad, but I know even in this process, you didn't just stop. And that's for somebody out there that's going through a similar journey. Terry didn't stop, but I can't wait until y'all get the book and read her dedication to her father. It is so inspiring. I'm not going to read it. You got to get the book from her. She invited you to this to know exactly what she dedicated to her dad. But in our final piece of this panel, we're going to call this a lightning round so we won't run out of time. So I want to ask you in one sentence, and we'll start with Dr. Tina this time. In one sentence, what does joy look like today for you?
Joy look like understanding that it's okay not to always be okay, and it's okay to learn and be fine with learning every single day. It's not going to be perfect, but you're making your story. So that's what I would say. And seeing my kids thrive, that's my joy too.
Thank you. Now, Miss Roseanne, what does joy look like to you today? If you can give it to me in one sentence.
Okay, joy looks like to me, I'm just honored to be able to be with these kids every day, and it brings me joy to be able to have them in my home and in my heart, and I'm just so forever grateful for that.
Thank you, Nick. Coach Shay, same thing for you. In one sentence, if you could sum it up, what does joy look like for you today?
Today, joy looks like walking in my purpose, pouring into others, and finding peace and knowing that I'm making a difference in one life at a time.
Finish this panel out with Terry. Back to you, Terry. I know you mentioned it some, but if you could say it in one sentence, what does that joy look like for you today?
To me, joy looks like taking time to stop and just smell the roses. Enjoy the smaller things in life.
I want to thank you guys for so much being a part of this panel, and make sure if they invited you to this book launch, if you do not have a copy of the book, please reach out to them individually and make sure you order your copy directly from them. Thank y'all so much, and we're going to go ahead into a commercial break or a raffle.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully y'all can hear me okay. Listen, you guys have been hearing a little bit about this conference. And this is going to be the second annual Child Care Conference. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. Do you know an amazing parent, teacher? Hold on one second. We got somebody who ain't muted. Well, all right, there we go. All right, make sure you guys are muted or jump on off. Jump on off. So let me go ahead back to reading the script. Do you guys know an amazing parent, teacher, and child care professional, a mentor, a community leader who is making a difference in the lives of children? Nominate them today for the second annual Child Care and Family Legacy Conference and Award Ceremony, happening September the 25th through 26th, 2026 in Richmond, Virginia. This powerful two-day experience will celebrate, educate, and connect the people shaping the future of our children. You can even nominate yourself. Submit your nomination today by going to childcareconference.org. Official voting starts soon, and attendee tickets are currently on sale. So make sure you guys go and get your tickets ASAP, and we will see you guys there.
Your little one navigating separation anxiety, learning to build confidence, and discovering the importance of kindness and friendship. Hi, I'm Roseanne Hinch. For 3 decades, I've owned and operated a small childcare business, inspiring me to become an award-winning children's author. My heartwarming books help children feel confident, loved, and ready for new adventures. Check out all of my books available in English and in Spanish. A portion of the proceeds are gifted to benefit Johns Hopkins Children's Center. You can learn more about my journey at authorroseannehinch.com. You can find age-appropriate chores at authorroseannehinch.com. Pick up your copies today, helping little learners grow one story at a time.
Hello, everybody. Hello, we're back. And if you see me on the screen, that means it is giveaway time. And so, ladies and gentlemen, hold on. Let me just kind of refresh the screen real quick and see if we had any new submissions. If you guys are watching us on the conference, I want to shout out to everybody who is watching us live in the conference. We've got Darlene here, Sharon here, Dr. Maeva, who just won the $25 gift card, Alicia, Malika, Inga, who was phenomenal, a phenomenal keynote speaker, y'all. If y'all missed it, y'all have to make sure that when we make the replay available to go back and hear that keynote. And did y'all just see the panel? Y'all, the panel was amazing. Matter of fact, what I want y'all to do in the chat is type in one takeaway that you guys received from this amazing panel. And so we have Yolanda here. I think I said Wanda, but if not Wanda, LaJoy's here, Lay here, Jacinda. Shout out to everybody who is watching us live. And the cool thing is when you submit your name on the form that we drop to you guys, only submit it one time though, okay? But when you do submit your name, what actually happens is that you have let us know that you're here, and every single person will get a $300 hotel voucher that you get to use in any of the United States of America. Now, these $300 hotel vouchers can go towards reserving the rooms, even being able to utilize it once you get into the hotels. I have used them before. They are phenomenal. And so make sure, guys, if you are watching on any platform on social media, you need to come over here and join us by going to the link that you see below, childcarejourneybook.com. And then for our next panel discussion, guys, you will get an opportunity. Well, after the next panel discussion, you'll get an opportunity to win another gift card. So right now, we're going to go ahead. We have another gift card that we're going to give away. And are you guys loving the commercials? I hope you guys are, because our commercials are actually also the sponsors of these amazing giveaways. And so please make sure that you visit our sponsors. We will make sure that you guys can get in touch with them. So we now have another $25 gift card. Oh, and let me just say, Roseanne, not only did she give you a gift card, but also one of her top award-winning books. I just missed that. Let's give it up for Roseanne. Now, also for this next giveaway, it is a $25 gift card and Z Collection piece by Anna Brothers. And so, this is nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and spin for this win. Let me pull it up so I can spin real quick. Let me shuffle it real quick. Shuffle. All right, let's spin for the win. All right. Who is going to win the $25 gift card? Let's give it up for Siani. Is Siani here? Siani, are you? I hope I pronounced that correctly. Siani, if you are here, go in the chat right now in the conference and say, I'm here, because you also have to still be here live. So you can't just submit the form and then dip out. You got to be here live. So Siani, if you are here, please let us know in the chat. Congratulations on your gift card, Siani. And what we'll make sure to do is every single one of you guys that actually win. Yep, she's here. Congratulations. I said it right. Thank you, love. Thank you. And so, yes, for everybody who wins, you guys will be contacted by our amazing sponsors, aka also co-authors of this amazing book. Well, listen, y'all, we're going to get ready for hold on, let me make sure. Oh, no. We have our keynote speaker who's about to get started, y'all. And so what I'm going to do is, just to make sure I get her set up properly, I am going to also play just another commercial or two, if y'all don't mind. And then we're going to bring on our keynote speaker of the day, and I'll be able to introduce her. So let's pull on one.
Finding quality homeschool resources shouldn't feel overwhelming. I'm Dr. Tina J. Ramsey, founder of CTR Homeschooling. We connect homeschooling families with trusted educational resources, expert guidance, and a community of over 30,000 homeschool parents and educators. Are you an educational provider struggling to reach homeschool families? CTR Homeschooling helps you increase your visibility by connecting your programs, curriculum, events, and services with our community of over 30,000 homeschool parents and educators. Let's grow together.
Uncover the secret to running a successful family childcare business with DeShonda Jennings. Her unique approach intertwines early childhood education with faith and compassion, creating a nurturing environment for our future leaders. DeShonda doesn't just stop there. She's also empowering fellow providers through her innovative childcare coaching methods. Featured in influential outlets like Soigné and Swank, We Empower, and more, her impact is widely recognized. So if you are an aspiring childcare provider seeking to learn how to build a successful business, make sure that you reach out to DeShonda today. Go to her free resource, 10mistakes-to-avoid.com, where you can download her ebook that's going to teach you the mistakes that people typically make when starting a childcare business. Again, 10mistakes-to-avoid.com. We will see you there. All right, everybody. So we'll be playing more of our commercials throughout this entire conference, but now it is time for us to bring on our next keynote speaker. I will just tell you, LaJoyce, right now we're looking into your nose, so adjust the camera a little bit so we're not looking. There you go. There you go. Yes, honey, looking good. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna introduce our next keynote speaker. If you guys are ready, go ahead and put "ready" in the chat. Ready in the chat. Let me welcome you guys to LaJoyce Lewis, an inspiring early childhood educator, author, international speaker, and entrepreneur. As the founder of Lady L's Little Angels Daycare, she is dedicated to nurturing children while empowering families and women through faith and purpose. A best-selling author and founder of the Wrap Tight Women's Ministry, LaJoyce leads with resilience, compassion, and a passion for helping others believe, heal, and thrive. And so, without further ado, a round of applause for LaJoyce Lewis.
Okay. I hope y'all are enjoying this conference because I'm having a good time. So, good afternoon, everyone. To the conference organizers, federals, educators, directors, administrators, and everyone who's joining us today. Thank you for this opportunity. My name again is LaJoyce Lewis. I'm an early childhood educator, and I'm so excited to be here. Thank you to Deshauna Jennings for this opportunity as well. Today's title I'm going to be talking about is Finding Joy in Early Childhood Educator. But I choose the word journey, and I choose journey because the exact is exactly what this profession is. It's not simply a job you clock in every day and out. It's a calling. It's a mission. It's a mission of love, missionary of love, patience, and perseverance. Every one of us has a different story. Some of us enter this profession because we simply love children. Others were inspired by teachers who changed our lives. Some of us became educators after becoming parents ourselves. Whatever brought you here, God has placed you in a position where you have the opportunity to change lives every single day. The reality of this profession. Let's be honest. Being an early childhood educator isn't always easy. People often see us as babysitters, but we know we are much more than that. We are teachers, we are counselors, we are nurses. We are referees. We are storytellers. We are encouragers. We are problem solvers. Can y'all still hear me? Okay. We are protectors. Sometimes we are the first smile a child sees in the morning and the last they hug when they get ready to go home. Some children come into our classroom carrying burdens that we don't know how to explain. They come from a broken home, they experience food insecurity, or simply need someone to tell them you matter. That someone is often us. And while we pour so much into the other children, to all these children, there are times when we become exhausted ourselves. There are days when lesson plans don't get planned. There are days when staff is short. There are days when paperwork feels endless. There are days when parents don't understand the work that we do. There are days when we wonder if everyone else noticed. But I want you to know today, God noticed. Every act of kindness, every diaper change, every tear wiped, every encouraging word, every lesson taught, nothing you do is wasted. Joy is different than happiness. One of the greatest lessons I've learned in happiness depend on circumstances. Joy comes from purpose. Happiness says everything is going well. Joy says, even though today is difficult, I still know why I'm here. Joy means your purpose is greater than your problems. When you know God placed you in a profession, you can continue even when the days become difficult. So I want to leave you with 3 keys for finding joy. Remember your why. When life becomes overwhelming, remember why you started. Remember the child who learned to write their name because you believe in them. Remember the child who finally smiled after weeks of crying. Remember the parent who thanked you because you made their child feel safe. Those moments matter. Success isn't always measured by awards or recognition. Sometimes success looks like helping a child believe in themselves. Number 2, give yourself grace. Educators often expect perfection from themselves, but perfection isn't the goal. Progress is. You won't have a perfect classroom every day. You won't say the perfect words every day. You won't make every parent happy every day. And that's okay. Learn, grow, pray, then start again tomorrow. Grace isn't just something we give children. It's something we give ourselves. Protect your joy. Number 3, protect your joy. Joy is precious. Don't allow negativity to steal it. Don't compare your classroom to someone else's. Don't compare your journey to another educator's success. Celebrate others while remaining confident in your own calling. Take time to rest, laugh often, spend time with family, pray, and read. Take care of yourself because the children need the healthiest version of you, not just physical, but emotional and spiritual. We are building the future. Every child sitting in the classroom has unlimited potential. One may become a doctor, another may become a teacher, another may become a pastor, another one may become a president. But before they become any of those, they have loved by an early childhood educator. Never underestimate the impact of the influence. The seeds you plant today may not bloom for years, but they will bloom. My challenge to you, as you leave this conference, I want you to make 3 commitments. First, choose joy every morning before you walk into your classroom. Second, encourage other educators. Sometimes a simple, "you're doing a great job," can change someone's entire day. Third, never forget that what you do matters. Even on the days when you feel unseen, you make a difference. Even on the days when you're tired, you are making a difference. Even on the days when you're wondering if you're enough, you are enough because you were chosen for this assignment. As my closing, I'm leave you with Galatians 6 and 9. Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Keep teaching, keep loving, keep believing, keep inspiring, keep planting seeds, and all the above. Keep finding joy in your journey. Again, this is LaJoyce Lewis, the author and the owner of Lady L's Little Angels. Thank you.
All right, everybody. Well, now time for us. We're just going to go ahead and keep this thing going and bring on our next panel. But of course, the young lady who's going to bring on the panel and do all the interviews and things will be none other than our very own Dr. DeShonda Jennings. But I'm going to just pull up the panel screen. Hold on. I had to, hold on. Hold on one sec, y'all. Let me just fix this. Go ahead and type in the chat. And before I bring on the panel, let me know in the chat, guys, what's a takeaway that you guys received from that incredible talk by LaJoyce Lewis. So go ahead and drop that in the chat. Let me just make sure I get these things aligned. 1 second. Okay. Yes, let us know in the chat. And then we're going to bring on, let me see. Shanice says, great job, Dr. LaJoyce. Darlene and Whitney give you hand claps. Marshawn says phenomenal. They are all our future. Amen to that. All right, well, let's go ahead and get ready to bring on, as you guys are still typing in that chat. I see we also have someone who's like, listen, I need to be in the next edition of this type of a collaboration book. Well, when you go to childcarejourneybook.com, submit your information. Then you're going to get details of how to join us in the conference. When you submit your information to win, just simply say, yes, I want to be in the next collaboration book. Dr. DeShonda will reach out to you. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to bring her up as well as the entire second panel. Let's give a round of applause for our second panel of the day. Yay!
Okay, hey y'all, before we get into it, I took notes. I'm over here taking notes too. I just want to say thank you, LaJoyce, did an awesome job. So the 3 things that I wrote down, she said, remember your why. 2 was give yourself grace. And 3 was protect your joy. I don't know if anybody else listened, but I'm hearing a lot of journal, read, pray, and grace. Those are things that are so much in alignment tonight that I've been hearing from our speakers and our panels. Journal, read, pray, and give yourself grace. So once again, thank you, LaJoyce, for an amazing keynote, and y'all drop in the chat what takeaway did you get, because I'm over here taking notes too. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to our second panel. Okay, y'all looking nice out there. So I'm like so excited with this panel. Where do I want to start? I'm gonna start with KB Michelle, because I feel like that she's an undercover reverse twin of mine. Because even in her interview and knowing a little bit about her, we got so many things that is so similar. Like, we're like a twin sisters, if I can say that. At the same time, I'm not gonna tell too much, but her daughter was going through pregnancy, mine's going through pregnancy, same time. Some of the things I went through in my past, she went through, and I'm like, are you my sister from another mother, you know? But yes, but I'm just so excited about that. But let's hop into this panel. So KB Michelle, in about 30 to 60 seconds, tell the people a little bit about what you do when it comes down to the youth in your community.
Oh my goodness. Hello, everybody, and thank you, Dr. Deshonda. I am so grateful to be a part of this community of collaboration. Hello, somebody. Y'all give a shout out to Dr. Deshonda. Okay. Listen, I am KB Michelle Green, and what I do is I actually am not a child care educator, but I was a single parent. I was a single parent to the age of 36, and my journey as a person who helped children and kind of went into the arena of taking care of my kids and making it a priority that they get their education started all with my first child. I had my first child, I got pregnant at 19, and then I went into the age of 20 and having given birth to her, and I became an entrepreneur at the same time. So I know that y'all can feel that journey of being an entrepreneur, but can you feel the journey of being an entrepreneur and a single parent and trying to figure out who you are as a person versus how you need to become and raise your child at the same time? Listen, that is where I got started. And I got started as a financial strategist and advisor that led into a Kingdom Builders credit repair business of credit industry that led into a nonprofit organization where I teach God's word because that is my foundation. And then leading into Kingdom Builders Business University, where I am a business owner that teaches and invests in other business owners. That's what I do. So thank you, Deshonda, for allowing me to be a part of this journey. We are so excited for the people that we are able to help and collaborate with every single one of the co-authors here. Thank you so much for having me.
Listen, y'all, I just love her energy. And then this is the first time to hear this. She was a single mom, taking care of her own children, and became an entrepreneur. That's a note for somebody out there. Somebody needs to know that, because I know somebody's out there saying, you know what, I'm going through this. It's just me. I can't start the business. Listen, I can just go on and on, but we're going to keep it moving. All right, so my next person is Miss Yolanda. Now, Miss Yolanda, this is your second collaboration book that you have done with me. You was also one of the keynote speakers at our conference last year. Y'all, we still here because I hear some static. Y'all can hear me good? Drop. Hold on. Your microphone has been unmuted. Okay. I don't know if y'all heard that, but I said Miss Yolanda, she's dear to my heart too, because this is her second time saying yes to this project. It's another thing of how you can be in an early childhood space and you can still collaborate to impact more. Miss Yolanda's story was even neater because she homeschooled at some point. She did a family day home at some point. Years and years ago, she was my mentor. And I'm like, oh my God, this is full circle that her and I is still connected. I never in a million years would imagine that her and I is able to collaborate on the level that we can. So Miss Yolanda, go ahead and introduce to the people. Tell them what it is that you do currently in this early care space.
Well, thank you. And Deshonda, if y'all hear the static, it may be me. It has started to pour down rain here. So hopefully that doesn't take away from all the joy we're having today. But anyway, my name is Yolanda Ritchie. I am the proud founder and owner of an organization known as PACE, which stands for Professional Advising and Career Empowerment. And through that organization, what I'm doing is I am collaborating with early childhood programs, youth programs, and just really trying to bring that professionalism into our field while at the same time spreading some joy and making sure they understand the importance of the work that they do. So I love what you said. It is so wonderful to be here full circle with you and watching you rise and being part of your collaborations. And, you know, that honestly just reminds me that you really just never know what God has planned for you. But when you're walking on that path, and you keep following him and you keep doing what you're supposed to be doing, he's going to be there with you every step of the way. So I am glad to be here as part of the second book. Look, I brought both of my books with me tonight. This was our first collaboration that we did together. and now here we are with the new book. So I'm just glad to be here, and I think you guys are going to truly enjoy reading the stories in this book. And I look forward to just everything that this book might bring. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Now I'm gonna go over to Miss Tony. Now I met the honor of meeting Miss Tony last year, and I felt like as soon as I met her, like I knew her. Like, and when you talk about pushing through obstacles, even with the conference last year, some kind of way, her name had slipped through the cracks, and I was like, okay, just come on. And she still showed up. She could have been like, you know what? It's last minute. I'm not gonna go, but she came. She even came to the VIP dinner, and the rest is history. So, Tony, tell the people about all the things that you do, because you do a couple of things when it comes down to the youth and the community. So, go ahead.
Yes, my name is Tony Brown. I'm from Annapolis, Maryland. I do a lot of things. Yeah, I do a lot of things. So basically, I'm an administrator and coach at a private school here in Annapolis. And what I do there at the school is I teach and coach through the arts. So that's a way that the children can learn fluidly, easily, and at their own pace and individually. So that's what I do. That's my main thing. I not only do it at the school that I teach at, but I also do it as my business, Miss Tony's Traveling Arts and Crafts, where I can take my lessons to the home to help the parents gain knowledge and extra things that they need to learn. But just teaching them a little bit easily, a little more laid back through art, music, dance, and things like that. Yeah. Take my work to,
Hold on one sec, Tony. I wanted to jump in because we definitely want to hear your intro. If you could share it again, but make sure, I don't know if you have something else playing audio, we can hear a little feedback. So I'm going to have you come back on up here and reintroduce yourself, but turn down whatever other device, if that is you. I don't know if it's you, but it sounded like we heard a little feedback.
just let me know when you're ready. You ready now? I see I can't hear you. Okay, so my name is Tony, and I'm from Annapolis, Maryland. And what I do is I teach through education, but I teach through the arts. Something a little bit easy, something a little bit laid back. I not only do that as an administrator at a preschool that I teach at here in Annapolis, but I also do that where I can take it to parents' homes, where I can teach and help guide them through children's learning curves, if they have a little bit of hard time listening, coaching behaviors, and just even helping parents when they need that extra help on how to guide their children, but in a little bit more laid back way through art, music, dance, um, poetry, anything like that that the children can relax and relate to just to make that process a little easier.
Tony. So we're going to start with Miss Yolanda on this question. So can you share a moment when you realized that the
Were you
work
able to hear?
you do? Yes, we can hear you. All right, all right, I'm gonna start this again. So we're gonna start with Miss Yolanda. We're gonna bind up any kind of feedback and all those things because somebody on this conference tonight needs to hear this. So Miss Yolanda, can you share a moment when you realized that your work had a lasting impact on families as well as the community?
Yes, there are so many moments. This work that we do with young children, it's just impactful, right? I mean, we know that these early years are when those brains are starting to make all of those connections. And I kind of see it all the time. I see it every day in all the coaching and things like that I do. I think for me, I would think back to when I was doing family childcare, and the fact that I am friends on social media and Instagram and all that things with children who are not children anymore, right? So that they still stay in contact with me, and now some of their children have children and all of those things. And it really just makes me know that those early years, those relationships that I had with them, they really were impactful, because there's no need for us to still be in contact, right? There's no need. They're grown, they're doing their own thing, but for them to still want to remain in contact with me, it really makes an impact that the work that we do now matters. We don't know the children that we are raising, right? Or helping the families to raise. And we don't know what they're going to become. So the impact that we have on those children, it's lifelong. And I think that when we think about it and from that point of view, it really is powerful. And I'm so glad to be in contact with just about every single child that I have kept when they were young. And we're talking about 20 to 30 children that are still my friends on Facebook, that still send me text messages, that send me pictures of their children. And it just really makes me feel good to know that I had an impact on their life, even when I didn't know I was having an impact, right? Even before I got into the coaching realm. And, for me, I was just loving on the children. But for what I've learned through that is that when you make love, led by, if you lead with love, that's going to really have an impact. So, what I would say to those who are out there working with young children, sometimes we go unseen, right? We're in our homes, we're in our classrooms, but we are making powerful impacts on those children, on their families, on our communities. So, the work that you do each day, make sure you do it well and make sure you do it with joy. So, I hope that answered your question. But yes, I definitely am so grateful for those relationships.
It did, and I say that all the time. Like every day when you're in this space, when you wake up, you have a direct impact on our future generations. So when you think about that alone, that's powerful. Either you can break that future or you can make it. So I want y'all, if y'all out there listening and watching this conference, knowing that the impact that you do every day, it matters. You never know. It may be 10 years later, somebody may meet y'all and say, "Oh, I remember Miss D." You never know the impact that you're making. So just wake up every day knowing that you have a direct impact on our future generation. Now I'm gonna move on over to KB Michelle. One of the things that I love when we had the conversation, something that you mentioned that you do, and I'm like, you know what? I need that for my 15-year-old son. So for you, can you share just one? Because I know you got a lot. I know you got a lot. Because just on our conversation, can you share one of the things that you do when it comes down to our youth with financial literacy? Because as a mom, they don't teach that in school. They really don't. So share something around that for me.
So, one of the things that I started doing as I got into finances that led me into credit is to start doing speaking engagements. I realized as a financial strategist and educator that there are so many people who don't understand how finances work. And we think that finances and we think that credit are the same things, and they are not. They are two totally, completely different categories. And one of the things that I started doing is I started speaking to the public, but we tend to always seem to think that as it relates to our kids, that they are just kind of in the shadows. They are in the shadow of the parents. They are in the shadow of, even the school system. They're always in the background. But I chose to start speaking to the youth. So whether they are 5, 6 years old, all the way to 19, 20 years old or older, what I had started doing is actually meeting with the youth and doing these props, actually giving them monopoly money and handing out houses and cars once they were able to purchase and to understand the difference between keeping the lights on and food on the table versus being able to take care of the things that are on their credit. So, one of the things that I started doing is actually teaching the youth and strategizing with them now, early in, before they become an adult, because that's when the mistakes start, right? No, the mistakes start when they are children. They are watching us every single day and how we regulate our finances, how we regulate our credit. And what happens is they tend to look at everything that we're doing when we're going to the grocery store. I remember when I was a child going to the loan places with my mom and her taking out a loan because there will seem to be never enough money, but there is enough money, y'all. It's just that we don't know what to do with the money. And that's what I teach our kids. I show them strategies of how to get their own little debit cards. I just sent out a message just yesterday about getting your kid a debit card and allowing them to have a card in their own name through Acorns Early. If y'all want that information, y'all need to follow me. I will definitely get that information over to you. But that is a significant change that we can make with our youth, with our children going into adulthood, especially those that are getting ready to graduate from college, from high school and going into college, and those that are in college already. Like, we don't understand our patterns and the things that we are doing every day that are setting the future for our kids financially. So that is here something that I want to change.
Yeah, and I know, look, I'm keep watching in time. Like this time is going by so fast. And I want y'all, I don't know if y'all understand the impact. Just listen at what everybody on these panels and keynote speakers, everybody has something different that is so impactful. So whether you are educator, child care professional, coach, teacher, home-based business owner, child care center director, it doesn't matter. Everybody that's part of this book is the powerful piece. We got parents, whether you're the homeschool parent, we got Dr. Tina over there. She's like the homeschool parenting expert with all of the resources that you need. So I'm going to move on to what I call my lightning round. And I know that Tony already shared, like she's doing so much in the community with adults as well as the children. But Tony, let me let you share yours real quick before we move on. Can you share a moment, like even before you started the whole Tony's art business, just in the classroom and in the schools and things that you worked in, what was that impact, or what was the moment when you was like, you know what, I know what I'm doing, it's making an impact? We may have lost her. Okay, so I'm gonna move on to my lightning round question, and we're gonna go with Miss Yolanda first. We're not gonna do that one because they gotta get the book. All right, so I'm gonna ask y'all to say in one sentence, what's one daily? This is good. So Miss Yolanda, what is one daily habit that you do to keep you in this space of being that joy? Like you got so much joy in all the things that you do. What is one habit that you can share with everybody that's watching?
I think for me, the main thing is that I do just that. I wake up in the morning, and before I even put my feet on the floor, I'm thanking God for the things that I already have, right? For the joy that I already have in my life, for the opportunities that have already come my way, for the friendships, for the connections, for the people, for the problems, right? Because, it's those problems that cause us to grow, right? We're not going to grow when we're comfortable. We're going to grow when we have to figure something out. So for me, I literally start each day before I get up out of bed, thanking God for the vision, for the joy, for everything, the good and the bad. And that's why I called my chapter Count It All Joy, because it really is that. You're counting it all joy, right? And when you learn to do that, you don't postpone your joy. You are living in it. So for me, I'm not waiting till retirement to enjoy life, right? I'm enjoying life each and every step of the way, right? It does help that I am quote unquote self-employed, but even if you're not, you can definitely be grateful for the things that you have and learn from the lessons that life has given you, and don't be held back by that, right? Learn the lesson and keep moving forward. So I think that's my thing. I count it all joy and I just kind of keep moving forward.
Thank you for sharing. And when she say that, y'all need to follow Miss Shalonda on Facebook and all the things. When she say she just wake up with joy every day, you might see her in the store doing a dance. I'm telling you, between her and her daughters, you're gonna get the joy. So I love that. So Miss Tony, you're back on. So I'm gonna ask you the same question. In all the things that you do, what is like one thing to keep you grounded? What makes you stay grounded?
What keeps me grounded is starting the day off with just that affirmation, that prayer, knowing that God is with me. I always put Him first in everything that I do. And then when I get there in the morning, seeing the children's faces, greeting me in the morning, seeing the parents, and just that keeping that positive communication open with the families, the children. I've been doing this for 41 years, so that's like mostly my whole life. And it's just knowing that I'm making a difference. That's what keeps me grounded.
41 years. I think her and Miss Roseanne, they up there together with all those years. Now, KB Michelle, I know you got like so many things between the nonprofit, being a mom and grandma too, wife, all of that. So what is one thing that keeps you grounded?
The one thing that keeps me grounded is looking at things from the end in mind perspective. The end in mind. So many times we get into the day to day life, and yes, of course, I have God as my foundation. I even have in my book called Living a Successful Life and a journal that comes with it. I have inside of the book what I call the KIT. This is the Kairos intervals of time. So I set that up basically to help me to go through my 24-hour day. And y'all have to go and get the book at kb.michellegreen. You need to follow me so you can get the book and get into detail of the blocks of time that I set aside. But I can't set aside those blocks of time every day if I don't have an end goal in mind. If I am waking up every single day and I don't even know what it is that I have as a vision, I don't even understand how to look at my vision every single day. If I am just so distracted by my day to day life, then I'm not going to have joy. So, one of the things that I do to retain the joy is always to look at the end in mind. And I'm talking about the end of our life, y'all. I'm talking about, are you planning to live for the timeline that God has given us of 120 years old? Or are we tapping out at 50 and 60 and 70 years old and saying that we just tired because we retired? But God didn't ever say anything about retirement, did he? So I do this thing called KIT, which is what God gave me, the Kairos intervals of time. And in that time slot of every 3 to 4 hours, I'm writing out the end of my life. I'm writing out every single day, and I'm keeping the vision close to my heart and making it clear so that those who are able to read the vision, they can run with that vision. They can run with it all the way to the end of their life, and we can all achieve more together. That's how I do it.
Thank you so much. This has been an amazing panel. I do want to give a little bit feedback for it. Thank you, Miss Tony, for telling us start our day with the affirmations to keep you grounded in all those years. Miss Yolanda just being the joy. Like when I say she bring the energy, she bring the joy. I love when I'm in the space with her where I can touch and reach and all of those things like that. Definitely having the prayer, having God, KB Michelle, even in this book, Finding Joy in Your Journey, she give y'all a little bit of the kit, the KIT. But like she said, and even in the book, if you want the full effect, you're going to have to connect with her. So make sure you follow all these amazing ladies on their social media. If you don't have a copy of the book and they invited you to this book launch, reach out to them directly for your copy. It has been a pleasure. Let's go ahead and hop into a quick commercial break. Are we going to do a drawing? Let's do some giveaways. Let's do a giveaway.
You, you ain't said nothing but a thing, darling. Let's do some giveaways. Okay. Listen, shout out to that amazing panel. What an incredible panel. What power. I mean, Deshonda, these ladies that you have found to be a part of this incredible project. I mean, I'm just blown away. And so we got a couple more gift cards. We're not going to do yours yet, but we got a couple. And so I'm going to put a couple of the, I got to get the names here. And so if you want to announce maybe a couple of the giveaways that we have left, I don't know if you have it on you. If you don't, I can pull it up. But listen, while Deshonda gets that, I want y'all to do me a favor. In the chat, can y'all just tell us a takeaway, something that you have received from just these phenomenal speakers, something that you have walked away with? And also make sure if you submit your name more than once, it may automatic, Lord Jesus. I can't say it, Deshonda. It'll automatically possibly disqualify you. So when we post it, you only need to submit your name once because
we got some money left. We still got a $25 gift card of their choice.
Yes. We got a lot. So go ahead and name two of the giveaways that we're gonna do right now.
Okay, so let's go ahead and do that $25 cash app from Dr. Tina.
Okay, the $25 cash app. Hold on, y'all. I have to download this spreadsheet real quick and make sure. But we have some duplicates. So now we got to take some more time to remove those. So please, y'all, make sure you do not submit your name more than once. We only need you to submit it one time. And also with that, make sure that you have to be here if your name is called. Okay. So shout out to Dr. Maeva as well as Sanaya. I said it right the first time. Now I messed it all up. Okay, but let's go ahead and do our draws. Okay, hold on. We got a couple people that submitted their name twice. Hold on, y'all.
They was like, they're gonna make sure they don't miss out.
Double make sure. Yes. Said we gonna win. I'm gonna win this, but I want to make it fair to everybody. Darn, I think I got everybody that's twice. Okay. All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and spin for this $25 gift card.
Cash app.
Oh, cash app. $25 cash app. Let's go. Congratulations to Shanice, who's getting a $25 Cash Apps. Thank you so much to our sponsors. We'll be making sure to play some more of those commercials. Okay, so now we're gonna do one more giveaway. Dr. Deshonda, what
All
we
right,
gonna give away now?
we're gonna do the $25 gift card winner's choice from Yolanda. Yolanda.
Oh, okay. Let's go. Let's see who's winning. Hold on, remove and spin. Regina, congratulations to Regina for winning as well. And so now what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to play a couple commercials. And so we'll be right back and we'll be getting ready for another panel. We're going to play some commercials first. Uncover the secret to running a successful family childcare business with Deshonda Jennings. Her unique approach intertwines early childhood education with faith and compassion, creating a nurturing environment for our future leaders. Deshonda doesn't just stop there. She's also empowering fellow providers through her innovative childcare coaching methods. Featured in influential outlets like Soigné and Swank, We Empower, and more, her impact is widely recognized. So, if you are an aspiring childcare provider seeking to learn how to build a successful business, make sure that you reach out to Deshonda today. Go to her free resource, 10mistakes-to-avoid.com, where you can download her ebook that's going to teach you the mistakes that people typically make when starting a childcare business. Again, 10mistakes-to-avoid.com. We will see you there.
So I am sitting here minding my business. My child care business, of course. I own Kids Cabin in North Carolina. We are a family child care home. And not only do we support our children, but we support women all around. And that is why I created journals and planners here to help us crush our goals, help with our finances, and help with self-care. Join me in this at www.terrywhitworth.com.
Finding quality homeschool resources shouldn't feel overwhelming. I'm Dr. Tina J. Ramsey, founder of CTR Homeschooling. We connect homeschooling families with trusted educational resources, expert guidance, and a community of over 30,000 homeschool parents and educators. Are you an educational provider struggling to reach homeschool families? CTR Homeschooling helps you increase your visibility by connecting your programs, curriculum, events, and services with our community of over 30,000 homeschool parents and educators. Let's grow together.
All right. Do you know an amazing parent, teacher, childcare professional, mentor, or community leader who is making a difference in the lives of children? Nominate them today for the second annual Childcare and Family Legacy Conference and award ceremony happening September the 25th and 26th, 2026 in Richmond, Virginia. This powerful two-day experience will celebrate, educate, and connect the people shaping the future of our children. You can even nominate yourself. Submit your nomination today at childcareconference.org. Official voting will begin very soon, and currently tickets are on sale. Let's go. All right, everybody. Well, we are back trying to figure out where our final panel is of the day. We're waiting on them to get on camera and get on the stage. And so until we do, what we'll do is we'll improv just a little bit real quick. Again, my name is Taria Avant, and I am your MC. Also, let me just shout out Dr. Deshonda because she actually hired our company to put this event together. Guys, have you enjoyed this conference? I hope you have. Just go ahead and let me know in the chat. And those of you guys who are still watching us on all social media platforms, let me tell you something. If you want to be a part of this next book, or maybe you know a childcare professional or a parent or an educator, or I don't care, somebody that maybe can do something to help the kids. You know, you heard KB talking about getting your own credit card, getting our kids set up for funding and financing and all types of things. We've got kids starting businesses today. All of them can get some kind of funding too. Make sure to have them plugged in, reaching out to LaJoyce and connecting and learning about her experience. And so if you are interested in being a part of this movement, a part of this community, what you want to do right now is go to childcarejourneybook.com. Childcarejourneybook.com is where you guys want to go so that you can be a part of the conversation. So I see I have a couple of people joining us online. I don't see everybody. LaJoyce is not on camera and Mrs. Catherine is not on camera. LaJoyce, I have messaged you a couple times, girl. Sit to your face. Sit to yourself. So still centered. You still not centered. Keep on going to the other side. So you are in the middle, yes, and make sure we can see your whole face, whole face. Tip the camera down. All right, y'all. Yeah, I mean, see, you got this beautiful necklace on, child. We didn't even get to see the necklace. Now your eyes are cut off, Joyce. Whatever you see on the camera is how we see you. Okay, so we're gonna get ready. I'm gonna set up this panel, y'all, to get ready to come on the stage. Again, let me know in the chat. Let me just shout out everybody who is here. We have Wanda here, Shanice here, Darlene, Roseanne. We've got Jacinda that's here as well. Let's see. Sienna's here. Now I said it right the first time. Now I messed it up. I think it's Sienna, right? Sienna. Okay, let's see. Denisha. Let's see. Carmen is here. Guys, and we're going to have an opportunity as well when we finish. When you guys get a chance to finish and hear from our final panel, and then, of course, our Lady of the Hour, you guys are going to get a chance to connect and network in the conference. So that is why we tell you guys, go register now, get onto the conference stage or to the conference link so that you can actually be a part of what we're going to do. You guys will get a chance to connect with our fellow speakers, our fellow co-authors, our fellow professionals, right? And so make sure you go there. And so let me just make sure I get all of these set up. I need y'all to be on camera and have your cameras positioned. Have your cameras positioned so that I can get you guys started. Everybody have your cameras positioned and ready to rock and roll. Again, we're seeing your chin, LaJoyce, so I would love to see your full face. Your full face is what I would like to see. Yes. Just your full face. There she goes. There she goes. Yes. And so let's go ahead and bring on this third panel as well as our incredible Dr. Deshonda Jennings. I'm going to bring on a round of applause and we're going to welcome the third panel of the night. Let's go.
Oh, listen, I'm gonna go ahead and start with Miss Anna. Miss Anna, we saw your commercial. I I did not know you did all those things, traveling, all that good food. I just found out about the jury, but go ahead and introduce yourself for the people and tell them who you are and what is some of the things that you do.
Do a multi. Am I on? Can you hear me? Okay. I do a multi business. I have a multi business. I do a lot of things, but what I want to concentrate on tonight is what I do in early childhood because that is my field and that's my baby. So I am a retired school teacher, and my background is just a little bit different than the rest of you. I've been in early childhood for quite some time because since I'm retired. But I am a consultant for the state, and I'm also a mentor for daycares that are seeking accreditation from the National Association for the Education of Young Children. And then for the other, I do is with INCRA, which is a resource thing for the state of Illinois for early childhood. I kind of observe people who give workshops for daycares to make sure that they're giving, um, well, they're teaching what they're supposed to be teaching. So that is my thing in early childhood. Besides teaching Head Start and state pre-kindergarten for over 40 years.
Listen, y'all, Miss Anna said 40 years. First of all these people here need to know that. Like, regardless of what state you in, we need somebody to observe us and making sure that we are teaching
Mm-hmm.
interactions that we should be doing and they're not just sitting in the classroom. She said over 40 years. Now, I'm going to tell a little penny piece of your book. Miss Anna said for her, when she got into this early childhood space, she already knew that's what she was going to do from the age of 6. Like, talk about having the end in mind. She already knew that this is what she was going to be doing for all these years. All right, so let's move on to the next person. So, Mr. Joyce, I know you introduced yourself already when you did the awesome keynote. Thank you again. But let me ask you a question because this is your second time on this collaboration. What inspired you to be a co-author in this particular book?
What inspired me was basically because of the joy. You gotta have joy in this field. Dealing with the kids and everything. So that what really inspired me to want to do this collaboration and then meeting new faces in this collaboration.
Thank you, Mr. Joyce. And we're going to come to Miss Catherine while I got you on here. Congratulations to Miss Catherine. She just is one of the NAFCC Leaders Shaping Leaders Cohort 5 recipients. So congratulations to you, Miss Catherine. So go ahead and tell us a little bit about what made you decide that now is the time to go ahead and share your journey because you've been doing this for some time.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yes, well, hello, everybody. God bless you all. Yes, I've been in this field for a very long time. I started at 14 years old. At 14, I remember growing up in Bronx, New York. I started working in the summer youth. So over there, you start at 14 years old. And for some reason, my passion always been working with the little ones, with the kids. And they had different choices, but I always liked to pick the choice to work with the kids. So that's how it started at the summer U, working with the after school programs, working with the little ones at the daycare centers at 14 years old. So at 14 years old, I started exploring, I started learning, and just kept on. And then from there, I just figured out that I did like to be in that field. And when I was small, I used to always say I wanted to be a teacher. So it's so interesting because as I'm speaking about this, I remember telling Miss Shonda, and out of love, and I always say I call her Miss D, but I do it with a lot of respect, and she knows it. Um, when I was little, I always wanted to be a teacher, and my first last name is Gonzalez. Hello, yeah. Can you hear me? I'm sorry. Yeah, so my first last name is Gonzalez. I am Tilado because I got married. And I remember as I was little, I used to always tell my little cousins and my sisters and my little brothers that I was Miss Gonzalez all the time. And I was always a teacher. You know, I never wanted to be the student. I always wanted to be the teacher. I used to always be like, no, I want to be the teacher. I want to be the teacher. You know, so yeah, it was amazing. And as I kept growing up, I was working in daycare centers as an assistant because in New York City, they don't call it a teacher. They call it as an assistant provider. So that's what I was all the time as an assistant provider. Then I decided that I wanted to do it on my own. So I started at my apartment. I had a small apartment, and in New York City, they also have opportunities and a lot of help, a lot of assistance, a lot of services that they will help you get your license in a home daycare. So that's how I started. Then I decided I wanted to do it at home, and I started doing it in my own home. I didn't do it for that long because I didn't have the support. I did not have no support, but I did do it for almost a year, and I was only taking care of like three little ones. Yeah, yes, 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 yes,
No,
yes,
they're gonna have to get a copy of the book from you. If they want to know everything
yes,
how you
yes,
started, all the things that you went through. Y'all
yes.
go ahead, get a copy of the book if you want to know Miss
Mhm.
Catherine's full story. We don't
Yes,
do all of that.
yes, guys, yes, yes.
So I'm
That's
gonna
my
talk.
testimony. It's my testimony, guys, and this is why I'm here because I got to give my testimony. God is good. God is good.
So we're gonna go to
Yeah.
Miss Anna, and I love when I interviewed her, and that's why I'm starting with her first because, whew, all right. Miss Anna says she's gonna do all this self care. She don't have those burnt out days. So Miss Anna, tell the people one, you're retired and you're still out here coaching, teaching, mentoring. How are you able to still do this and still find joy in doing this for over 40 plus years?
Well, um, when I was teaching, I started doing what I'm doing now. And I truly believe that if I had started that first, I probably would not have gone um, in teaching. I've had a very lucrative teaching career. I started teaching not in the traditional manner. Kids were brought into me for special because they were behind in reading and math. And but I find joy in the daycares because I'm touching not only the children but the administration and the staff. So I work with all of them. I work with helping them come up with a basis for it's like a team. When I'm done with them, that whole thing is working as a team, and that's what it's all about. And it helps them in getting grants. And I do want to say this: I heard that I do. Is it NAC? Is that what the conference that you just went to? I do accreditation for that, but we don't get that much of that in Illinois. As much as more people want the NACI accreditation. But I really enjoy that. It's just a rewarding thing going to the daycares and watching them uh, develop and get that teamwork and camaraderie together. It's just like us collaborating. That daycare has to collaborate, and it helps them in getting money.
Thank you. And I asked you to share that first because I know we have some people that's just starting out in this field and they're thinking that they can't do it. They're thinking that they're not making an impact, they're getting burnt out, they're getting tired. So I love every single author that's a part of this book because all of us bring a different journey and I can't say more and more, y'all gotta get the book to know the full journey. We're not gonna tell all of that on the panel tonight. But everybody that's a part of this has a different journey on what got them here, whether they're working with teens or the early care space or whether they're coaching people like me. You know, everybody has a journey, and it's so powerful that through all these years, how you can stay grounded and you can still find that joy in doing what you do. Even when they don't give you the credit, you can still find that joy in doing what you do. So I'm going to do
You
what I call my, go ahead, Miss Anna.
okay? Oh, I was just going to say you develop great relationships, you all. Just like I've heard quite a few people say how their people. My students are all over the country, seriously, and the people in the daycares. I'm blessed. That's what I always say. I'm just blessed.
So if you're that teacher that's watching this, whether it's the replay, YouTube, social media, or you joining us live, know that I cannot say it enough. What you're doing, you are making impact. It does matter. So my next question I want to ask, I'm gonna start with Miss LaJoyce. It's about to storm here, Miss LaJoyce. So if you, what is one word that you hope readers can associate with this collaboration book? Beyond just joy, give me another word you want them to be able to, when they pick this book up.
Hmm. I would have to say journey. Um, Journey, and the reason why I would say journey is because you have to, it's a journey when you're going through childcare because you deal with so much. And it's like a whole big circle, trying to find the right direction, the how to fix an issue with a parent, how to fix calm a child down that's going through so much, how to calm a artistic child down because they's having a meltdown. So it's all like a journey because each child is different. When each child is different, you got to do a different thing. So it's like a journey because it's like a whole big circle. And that's my one word I would say is journey. Yeah, journey.
And that's good because you always have to meet the child at where they at. It's not a one size fit all when we talk about our children as well as our
Hmm.
teachers. And I know my word, I'm gonna jump in shameless plug. My word is hope. My prayer is that when someone pick this book up, it's gonna give them the hope to know what they're doing. It does matter. Like we see you. It makes an impact. Now I'm gonna ask Miss Catherine, what does joy look like to you today in your journey? What does joy look like to you?
What it looks like for me, I would say love. When you when you work and what and you do for the little ones, when you do it with a lot of love, when you reflect the love in those little ones,
And that's
and,
awesome.
and that puts a joy in my heart.
Thank you. And you think about back to the fruits of the spirit, love, joy, all that. Like it just going right back to what's in alignment with God is in the
Hmm.
center of it. So, Miss Anna, what's one word you want readers to associate with this book when they pick it up, whether it's from you or one of the other co-authors?
One word. Okay. I two. I think networking. I think this book will give other people an insight into early childhood education. It is just not, there are different genres of it. And that's what I think people are kind of stereotype it, the feel of it. It's really a young field, not, they're still developing it. And so I think that's what it is. I have enjoyed this. Some of the authors I know, and some of them I have not, but I'm looking forward to building more relationships with them as well.
I love that because even when I think back to the parents that's watching this in that homeschool space, they're also early care educators.
Mm,
They're just caring for their child out of their home, and a lot of times in that community, it's not always looked upon as this is an early care educator. And I think like that's something that we need to, hey, a homeschool parent is also an early care educator,
Hmm.
not just
mhm.
those working in buildings or school buildings or elementary schools or pre-K or Head Start. So that's what I love, having those different perspectives. And even beyond that, when you talk about starting with us in that early care space for some of us, and then starting with the coaches that's now helping the educators and the child care professionals. And then when they get even bigger, with KB Michelle is going to teach them about financial literacy. Like, this whole book is so well rounded, and I'm just so grateful for every person that was a part of it, because I know that it's definitely impactful. Everybody has a story. So if you're watching, let's shout out these amazing co-authors, Miss LaJoyce, Miss Anna, and Miss Catherine. Let me check my time. I'll make sure I don't go over. I want to respect everybody's time. But thank you so much for your story. And if y'all want to know what the whole story is, once again, get a copy of the book. Every author here has their very own chapter. And I know that this book didn't just happen by chance. Somebody out there, it doesn't matter what state you're in, maybe even whatever country you're in, this book is for you. Whether you're that parent thinking that, hey, do people see me? If you're a funder out there, hear from these people that's in the field that can tell you how can you help us in this early care space. Whether it's a homeschooling parent or a teacher. Get this book. Connect with the co-authors. Now, I think we got a couple of more giveaways before we end out on some commercials. Oh, I need to share some stuff too. Okay, I'm gonna turn back over to my MC. Get us back on track.
Yes, listen, we do have some more giveaways. And so, again, shout out to that. Again, just, I mean, Deshonda, the women that you have had to be a part of this, phenomenal. What an amazing, amazing panel. Shout out to every single one of you guys. And listen, now it's time to get ready. We got our final keynote, but yes, we have another giveaway that we're going to do. I'm going to bring Deshonda back on. Make sure, guys, if you have not already done so, please come join us over in the conversation, because when you register for the conference, you'll get a link that'll take you backstage and you get to get and connect with, we're going to do a whole lounge opportunity. The lounge is a lot of fun. So if you want to get on camera, you can jump on camera so people can see you. You can connect with some of our fellow co-authors, our fellow speakers. And so make sure all of our speakers, please go over to the stage, go to the conference and join over there as well. Because we want to make sure everybody gets a chance to meet you guys. And so we're going to do another giveaway. And so let me bring that up real quick. And so we shouldn't have anybody else on the backstage except Deshonda. So if you are a speaker, make sure to go over to the conference link. And so Deshonda, listen, we got another giveaway. What is this giveaway? Not the big one yet, but we have another one. What do we have for this giveaway?
Okay, we have from Miss LaJoyce Lewis. She's wrapping off a $25 gift card and a book.
Ooh, all right, all right. Shout out to the sponsors again. I mean, this is phenomenal. And so let's go ahead and spend. And if you did not get a chance to submit your name, y'all, this will be the last time. So we'll do the final drawing after Dr. Deshonda says a couple of words for you guys. So make sure if you haven't already submitted, you need to do so. So let's pull up and see who is going to be the winner. Yeah. Congratulations to Marshawn. Congratulations, Marshawn. Awesome. Welcome, welcome, welcome here, y'all. Again, we're excited. And so look, I'm going to definitely give her her proper introduction as she gets ready to close us out, guys. Again, I'm just so grateful. If you guys have received something from this, I want you to type it in the chat. Let me know. Let me see. What are you guys saying in the chat? A lot of people saying congratulations. Terry, thank you for being here. Wanda, let's see. Shanice, Denicia, thank you guys so much for being here and being engaged in the chat. Yes, and congratulations. Is Marshawn here, though? So now remember, y'all got to be here, though. So is Marshawn still here? Roseanne, Wanda, Darlene. Is Marshawn still here? Please let us know in the chat. And we're going to go ahead and get into introducing our final speaker. Y'all been hearing from her all night. And so is Marshawn? It don't look like Marshawn's still here. I don't know. Uh-oh. we might need to do another name draw because you gotta be here. I think everybody has been here so far. And so as our final keynoter does get a chance to speak, let me just bring this up here right here. I don't want to bother her. I want her to get ready. But remember, every single person that's registered, dog. Okay, well, we're going to have to do another name. We're going to pick another name. So every person that is registered, guys, just know that you'll also be getting a hotel voucher for those who registered and submitted their name that they are here. So you have to have submitted your name that you're here. You have to have been on until the end because we can see this is just an incentive that we give to you guys for simply being here. Yep. For just simply showing up. Okay. You didn't have to pay anything for this win. All you had to do was be here and show up. And that is it, right? So let me make sure for those who we've already called, I want to make sure I get those clear because it doesn't look like he is here. And so, dog, if anybody knows Marshawn, y'all let Marshawn. Marshawn is a part of the BPC family and missed out. So let me just go ahead and select the names. Now, if you did not submit your name before this last panel, we will add you to the final drawing, but please do not submit your name more than once. The reason why I am carrying on this long is because I've had to remove about 7 duplicates because 7 people put their names twice. So we want to make it fair to everybody, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and shuffle this zang. And remember, this person has to be here. So let's see, let's spin for the win. Let's see who the winner is. Angelica, is Angelica here? Now, if Angelica ain't here, Chad, we got to keep it moving. So I hope Angelica is here. Angelica, are you still here? Please let us know in the chat. If you are still here, please let us know in the chat. And so now what I want to do is bring on our, yes, Angelica is here. Yay! Awesome. Praise God. Okay, so listen, I want to bring on our final keynote speaker of the day. And so with that, if you don't mind, guys, I'm going to read this amazing introduction of this young lady. And then what I want to do is make sure I play her beautiful video for you guys, right? So we're going to do that as well. So let me key that up real quick. And then she's going to be able to come on here and share with you guys her final closing words for you guys. So Dr. DeShonda Jennings is an early childhood education teacher, author, speaker, and advocate dedicated to supporting childcare professionals, educators, and families. She is the visionary behind Finding Joy in Your Journey as an early child care educator book, as well as the child care conference that you guys need to nominate yourself for. She created both of these platforms to celebrate and equip people who shape the lives of children. Through her leadership, Dr. DeShonda Jennings provides practical resources, professional development, and meaningful recognition for those serving in early childhood education. Her mission is to help educators rediscover their joy, strengthen their impact, can I also say increase their income, and building a lasting legacy for future generations. Ladies and gentlemen, let me just go ahead and close this out real quick. I want to make sure that I bring on her video. I present to you guys Dr. DeShonda Jennings.
Okay, listen, we're not gonna be here all night. I'm gonna keep it simple. And the title of my chapter in the collaboration book is Launching to Joy. And those, some of y'all may know me, y'all may not, but I love to do my launch framework. So I want to kind of fitted to match this book, Finding Joy in Your Journey as an Early Care Educator. First of all, y'all, I'm a mom. I got like 7 kids. I have an angel baby. I have 6 grandkids, brand new grandbaby from my miracle baby. Let me back it up before we go into that, because I want to make it level for everybody that's thinking about getting into the space, or somebody that's already in the space, or somebody that's don't want to step up to being a leader because you're like, I don't know if I can find joy in this journey. Now, before I even got to this space, y'all, some of y'all may know my story where I kind of went from accounting, business degree to early childhood after the birth of my miracle baby. Because I know if maybe a mom out there, you may be feeling the way I felt. Because there's so many things, as they said, life happened. So many things in life happened that had me operating from a place of fear. And when I say I was afraid to leave my child with somebody else, because one, I was homeless at some point in my life with a full-time job, but that's another whole story, right? I was a survivor of sexual assault. So I operate in shame, just embarrassment, feeling like I did something. From that, that's another whole story. But I'm only sharing that because I need y'all to know, it's like Mr. Joy said, this whole thing is a journey. I didn't just wake up and this is what I'm doing. It has been a journey. Even when there was times when I started this journey and I didn't trust that I was making a difference. I went back into the corporate space. It's another whole talk for that. But just looking at all the part of my journey that I did, and what shifted for me when I realized one of my favorite scriptures was Luke 12:48. To much is given, much is required. That was like a game changer for me. God, He did not bless me with all these gifts that I have inside and I keep it inside for me. And so that made me now operate from a place of survivor mode, scared, fear, to now I operate from a place of legacy. Whether it's my legacy or it's the legacies in the families that I serve, in the teachers that I serve, that is what I want to talk to y'all about, finding joy in your journey. Now, through the launch process, right? Leverage your strengths. What are the things that you're good with? I'm good with organizing. I'm good with planning. I'm good with caregiving, providing. So even in your journey, take inventory. What things are you good with? I think one of our speakers said she's good with arts and crafts, right? And that's how she's keeping that joy in her journey 40 plus years later, finding her strength. Next thing is access to situation. Like, why am I feeling depleted? Why am I feeling burnt out? Do I need to access what's going on around me? Am I not operating in alignment? Because a lot of times we're not operating in alignment, we're feeling stressed out, right? I've been there. Working a 9 to 5 job that I hated going to every day, all because I was afraid of how people was going to view me because of my past. My past is my past. It's a testimony from somebody else. So I only share it to make it a level playing field. It don't matter what you've been through. When God got favor on your life, He's going to send the people to support you. So the next thing I like to say is understand that path forward, right? Now that I'm stressed out, I'm tired. Hold up. Am I doing something that I shouldn't be doing? Where is that passion at? Am I not doing my affirmations? I think some of our speakers said that. Am I not praying? Am I not sitting out there in nature? Access what's going on that got you burnt out. And y'all know my favorite thing is setting those boundaries. That could be the game changer right there. You could be stressed out because you're not setting the boundary. When you off of work, don't take those calls. If you're a coach, I know you want to help us. Your time is your time. So the next thing is you want to navigate the challenge. Even on today, y'all. I'm so happy to be here. And we talk about challenges, real life stuff in this journey. Even on today. I got like stranded in Atlanta last night. Had loaded the plane and everything. And then they came back after midnight and said, oh, we don't have a pilot. We're going to have to deboard y'all, right? So I got both cell phones. No hotels. Delta did everything they could do. They gave us a voucher, but guess what? Won't no hotels available. Back to the favor on your life, right? Marriott came through. They didn't pay me for this. They had a room available. And that's what I call favor, even in this journey. I could have got discouraged because I just came from an amazing conference in Chicago, Illinois. Leaders shaping leaders, all of that. I could have got discouraged and be like, you know what? I can't do this book launch tomorrow. I'm stuck in Atlanta. I can't get home. Navigate those challenges and keep moving. So my next thing is commit to consistency and what that can look like for you in this journey. So I want everybody to stop right now if you're not even driving. If you're not driving, take a moment. Let's close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Let it out. Take another deep breath in. This time a little bit slower when we release. And let's take one last deep breath. Deep breath in. Release it. MIC is commit to consistency. Y'all hear that storm? But we're going to keep moving through. What is one thing that you need to commit to in this journey? Do you need to commit to the parents? Do you need to commit to yourself? Do you need to commit to the community? I don't know. What is the one thing that you know you need to commit to? And you may not be doing it. It may be giving you anxiety. It may be stressing you out. It may be keeping you up at night. What is the one thing that you need to commit to in this journey? In journey as a teacher, as a coach, as a mom. You may be that homeschool parent that's watching this book launch. And you may know another parent that's trying to do this homeschooling journey. They're having a hard time. Maybe you might need to commit to connecting with them. Are you that family day home? You feel like you're operating on an island all by yourself? Maybe you need to commit to, hey, I'm going to reach out to somebody that's doing the same thing. You're not alone. Are you a coach doing CDAs, workshops, and things like that? And you having some challenges? Who can you commit to reach out to help you get through that? Now, my last piece of my framework is H, harness the power of faith. And y'all, we had heard it all night long. God is at the center of everything. You got to have the faith. He did not bring you this far in your journey to leave you alone. And just remember, every single day that you're blessed with another day to live, you're blessed with another day to impact our future generation. Some of the kids that we serve, they may not even get hugs at home. We don't know. Some of the families that we have, this may be their first time being a parent. They may not have anybody to show them how to do that. So we just got to have faith. And I think I heard somebody say grace. We got to give grace. And even most importantly, we got to give grace to ourselves. And one thing I want to read before we close this out. One of the greatest lessons I've learned is that you cannot give your best to others if you never give yourself permission to rest. Parents, sometimes you feel guilty for taking time for yourself. You deserve that time as a parent. Educators, sometimes you feel guilty because you don't want to say no. It's okay to say no. And then my childcare professionals, sometimes you believe you got to be everything to everybody. And I talk about that all the time. Who can you delegate to? You don't have to do everything. If you're a center director, can you delegate a task to your assistant director or to that teacher in the classroom? But protecting your peace is not selfish. It is leadership. I've learned that's a part of being a leader. Being able to protect your peace, being able to set boundaries, and then being able to reach out and pull somebody else up. Don't sit there and listen to those conversations. If you're a teacher in a center and you're in these conversations going on, be that leader. Turn that negative conversation into something positive. And for all of my co-authors that said yes to this collaboration, I honor you. I'm so grateful for you. I'm just glad that you saw the vision. And I just know that this book is going to impact so many people. Because all of us is not from the same state. We have people from Illinois, Atlanta, Maryland, North Carolina, but we all have a same common goal: is finding joy in this journey. Whether we've been doing it for 1 year, 5 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, that's a testimony for somebody to thinking I can't get through these 6 months doing this thing. We got people in this book over 40 plus years. Some of them maybe even 50 years of doing this and still doing it. Still understanding that the thing that they do every single day is impacting our future generation. And if you're a funder, I'm going to go ahead and throw that out there. It's not a shameless plug. It's something that you need to know. If you are a funder that's watching this book launch, we need you. The communities need you. This is a job that we do every single day. And when we talk about early care, whether it's that homeschool parent or the teacher in the classroom or family day home like myself or that center director, we need you. We make the biggest impact. The biggest impact. We deal with people's lives every single day. So it should not be a question. Can we support this? Can we fund this? We need to start investing into mental health, not just for the educators, but for the parents as well. Yes, I'm talking to all the funders. So if y'all see this, connect with us. Matter of fact, get a copy of the book. I'm going to go ahead and say, hey, send it to every daycare center, every family day home. Go ahead and purchase a copy and give everybody a copy, because there's so many people that's ready to give up on that. So many buildings is closing. So many family day homes is shutting down because they losing that passion that they once had. So this book right here, make sure you connect with whoever invited you to this book launch. Support them. Follow them on social media. My name is Dr. Deshonda Jennings, but I want to make sure I give everybody else a little free resource. So to connect with me, go to www.10mistakes-to-avoid.com. That's not just a checklist, y'all. So once you connect with me on there, I am now helping home-based child care business owners identify money leaks in their business. I know you're probably saying, what is that? So what I do is I do a free audit. So just go to www.10mistakes-to-avoid.com. You'll be able to connect with me and get your free operational audit to help you identify money leaks. Did y'all know self-care is a money leak? You stressed out, right? You're not taking vacation. People leaving because now you're snapping at families because you're so tired. So definitely connect with me. Get www.10mistakes-to-avoid.com. You're going to get a checklist, y'all, that has helped me over the last 20 years. So you don't have to have all of those mistakes that I had when I first got started. I'm giving it to you for absolutely free. All you got to do is connect with me on that link. And then even from that, if you want to have a conversation with me, be like, hey, Dr. Deshonda, let's get on this free call and see if I got some money leaks in my business. You'll be able to do that as well. But it's been an absolute pleasure. Enjoy tonight. To congratulate all the co-authors of Finding Joy in Your Journey collaboration book. It don't stop here. So we're going to go ahead and let my amazing MC close us out. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Absolutely, y'all. Let's give it up again for Dr. Deshonda Jennings. We're about to play some more final commercials. We have our final giveaway after the commercials. And then after we do the giveaway, everybody who has gone over. So the software that we are using is called Be Human. And so shout out to everybody who is in the Be Human chat right now. I'm going to put shout out to you guys. And shout out to everybody who submitted the here form. It's too late now. So what we did, you had to register, of course, for the conference and then go over to Be Human. And in the chat, we've been putting the link all day long, guys, of how to actually register. And we have about 26 people who have not yet won, who have the opportunity to win the final $50 Cash App prize. And so, I mean, I can show y'all better than I can tell y'all all of the names who submitted, but it does show up immediately who submits their stuff. And so thank you guys for participating. Then after we are done, my darlings, what you guys are going to be able to do then is go on over And now if you are on your phones, even though we had sent an email saying please try to get on your computer, at the bottom of the screen there's something that says lounge, and that is where we're going to go, where you guys will be able to connect with each other, talk with each other, hopefully connect with each other before the child care conference that's coming up in Virginia. A lot of the people that you saw today, you're going to see there. And guess who also is one of the keynote speakers? Yours truly. And so I am so excited because I know we have a lot of authors that are here, a lot of speakers that are here that want to be able to impact the world with their words. So we'll be talking about that. But anyways, let me go ahead and play these commercials real quick, Chad. And then what we're going to do is do our final giveaway of the night. So let's get into these commercials and we'll be right back.
I'm Dr. Tina J. Ramsey, founder of CTR Homeschooling. We connect homeschooling families with trusted educational resources, expert guidance, and a community of over 30,000 homeschool parents and educators. Are you an educational provider struggling to reach homeschool families? CTR Homeschooling helps you increase your visibility by connecting your programs, curriculum, events, and services with our community of over 30,000 homeschool parents and educators. Let's grow together.
Uncover the secret to running a successful family childcare business with DeShonda Jennings. Her unique approach intertwines early childhood education with faith and compassion, creating a nurturing environment for our future leaders. DeShonda doesn't just stop there. She's also empowering fellow providers through her innovative childcare coaching methods. Featured in influential outlets like Soigné and Swank, We Empower, and more, her impact is widely recognized. So if you are an aspiring childcare provider seeking to learn how to build a successful business, make sure that you reach out to DeShonda today. Go to her free resource, 10mistakes-to-avoid.com, where you can download her ebook that's going to teach you the mistakes that people typically make when starting a childcare business. Again, 10mistakes-to-avoid.com. We will see you there.
So I am sitting here minding my business, my child care business, of course. I own Kids Cabin in North Carolina. We are a family child care home. And not only do we support our children, but we support women all around. And that is why I created journals and planners here to help us crush our goals, help with our finances, and help with self-care. Join me in this at www.terrywhitworth.com.
Johns Hopkins Children's Center. You can learn more about my journey at authorroseannehinch.com. You can find age-appropriate chores at authorroseannehinch.com. Pick up your copies today, helping little learners grow one story at a time.
Uh-oh.
You and your little one navigating separation anxiety, learning to build confidence, and discovering the importance of kindness and friendship? Hi, I'm Roseanne Hinch. For 3 decades, I've owned and operated a small childcare business, inspiring me to become an award-winning children's author. My heartwarming books help children feel confident, loved, and ready for new adventures. Check out all of my books available in English and in Spanish. A portion of the proceeds are gifted to benefit Johns Hopkins Children's Center. You can learn more about my journey at authorroseannehinch.com. You can find age-appropriate chores at authorroseannehinch.com. Pick up your copies today, helping little learners grow one story at a time.
All right, everybody, listen. Go ahead and put in the chat and let me know who's claiming the $50. And while you guys are claiming that, do you know an amazing parent, teacher, child care professional, mentor, or community leader who is making a difference in the lives of children? Nominate them today for the second annual Child Care and Family Legacy Conference and Award Ceremony happening Saturday, I'm sorry, Lord, no, September, Friday and Saturday, okay? But September 25th and 26th, 2026 in Richmond, Virginia. This powerful 2-day experience will celebrate, educate, and connect the people shaping the future, our children. You can even nominate yourself. So submit your nomination today by going to childcareconference.org. Official voting starts soon. And guess what? You can actually purchase your tickets to attend right now. So we're going to go ahead and bring on our last drawing of the day, Dr. DeShonda. I'm just going to give you a round of applause. Let's give her a round of applause. Yes. And Dr. DeShonda, we got a lot of people that are claiming this. And so now, if you submitted your name just now, let me see. I'm going to add them in. But I just want to say, how does it feel? This is not your first conference that you have put on virtually, in person. But how does it feel now that you are done? And the fact that you know that there are people who literally want to actually be a part of the next one. Like, you know.
I'm just grateful because it just shows that in this space, seeing that we can work together, we build each other up, add to each other, we can impact more. Because like you always say, you can't impact people by yourself. You have to have somebody. So I'm just absolutely just grateful, humbly grateful, just joyful, and just blessed to understand that the work is not in vain. The work. It wasn't an easy journey. It was part of the journey, but seeing now that all the things, the same vision been the same, just seeing it manifest. I think that's the joyful part for me, is just seeing that piece of the manifestation for all the back end and nobody knew about any of those things, and just seeing it come into fruition now. Yeah.
Amen. Amen to that. And you were saying something too about rest. And, one of the things I think that is so important too is understanding the power of rest, and that rest is not a reward. Rest is not a reward, and that it's a requirement. That really stuck to me because it's one of the things we talked about in our morning devotion. But I appreciate you so much for just entrusting our company to host this virtual conference. I'm going to drop the link one more time for y'all over here in the chat. Okay, the link has been dropped one more time. You literally should be able to go to this link, y'all. I just tested it myself because some people said, I submitted, I don't see my name. I just submitted my name, and my name has popped up as a possible chance to win. So you have to be not here, just registered. You must. I just posted the link in the chat, y'all. And in order for you to win, you have to put your name and your email on this new form, okay? And so I'm going to give you guys one more second. And DeShonda, is there going to be a third edition? And if there is, like, what is it, who you looking for this third edition?
That was actually one of the things we were going to announce at the conference.
So you have to be at the conference if you want to get first dibs, darling, okay? And so if you don't come, I mean, you can hear after the fact, but you're going to want to make sure. Is it going to be a similar book?
I don't know. We're going to see what the Lord say. We're going to have to see what he say. What's next? Like, what needs to come next? I think it's probably more so about the sustainability in this space.
Amen.
We talked about the joy. We talked about going through the journey. Now we need to be talking about the sustainability. Now that I'm there, I got my joy. How do I sustain this business as a leader? So that's probably going to be somewhere near that.
Okay. I love it.
I'm ready, y'all. So look, I'm ready over here.
You ready? Okay, listen. So we're about to do the final giveaway of the day. And this is for a $50 big money. $50 cash app, y'all. Hold on. Do you remember I used to have my Here Come the Money sound? I don't even know where it's. They have blocked my thing, but we at the end now. But that's okay. We'll just go ahead. But listen, we have a $50 cash app, guys, and so we're gonna go ahead and spin for this final win. I didn't see any new names. I saw another name, Angelica, come in, but I think this is the same Angelica. Do we have two Angelicas on the line right now? If we do, just let us know. Just say I'm here. But let's go ahead and spin for the win. Let's see who won the $50 cash app. Okay, now she gotta be here, y'all. So is Keisha here? Quisha. Is Keisha here? Are you here? You must be here, darling. So is she here? Is she here? Type in the chat.
I don't know.
Type in the chat. I don't know if she is here.
How we do it? Going once?
Going once. I ain't seen it. Going twice. I don't see her in the chat.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Let me see. So I'm gonna put in Angelica Soleil because it's two Angelicas, I believe. All right. So Angelica, because I did see a submission, but it was two. I was like, I think this might be the same. We have some people, y'all, that submitted themselves twice under different emails and stuff. I'm like, Lord. I love it though. I ain't mad at y'all. But let's go ahead and spin and see who's going to win. Matter of fact, let's shuffle this up. Shuffle it up. Shuffle it up. Shuffle it up. Shuffle it up. All right, let's spin. Is Jacinda here? Is Jacinda here? Jacinda, are you here? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know, Jacinda. No, Angelica Tyree, you're still here. We got two Angelicas here today. How about that? Won't want to do it. Is Jacinda here? Is Jacinda here? I see some people saying, yeah, 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 yeah. Let's see if she. Oh, Jacinda is here. Congratulations. Well, listen, whatever y'all do with that $50, I will take, $10 donation. No,
I need that cash app. How we gonna get the cash app? Let me see.
no, congratulations, love. Enjoy it. And listen, so what we're going to do now, Deshonda, is we're not done. We're going to have everybody in that's still in the conference. What you guys do is you're going to go down to where it says lounge at the bottom. Go down to where it says lounge at the bottom. Go join the lounge, ladies and gentlemen, and connect with others. Connect with our speakers. Connect with everybody. Deshonda, any last imparting words you would like to leave with our audience on today?
I just want to say thank you again for staying in, tuning in with us. Thank you for supporting all our pre-order supporters. Thank you for everyone that supported each co-author. Thank you again to the amazing authors as part of this collaboration book. No matter what you do, y'all, you got to have joy in this journey. It is not easy, but find the way to bring that joy. Connect with somebody. Do not be in this space alone. Thank you to our amazing MC. Thank you to our amazing keynote speakers. And be sure to connect. If you can't stay and connect tonight, definitely follow each one of us on social media. If you haven't gotten your copy of the book, if somebody else invited you here, get your copy of the book. If I invited you here, contact me to get your copy. Once again, thank you so much for spending your time on this amazing Sunday evening with us. Back to you.